Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, the Stock Dude, back on the prowl again. In this video, I got 3 bangers that deserve your immediate attention. Without further ado, banger number 1 goes by the name of American Axle and Manufacturing Holdings Incorporated, ticker symbol AXL. Now I'm going to read a little bit and give you an idea by reading the description of exactly what this company is all about. American Axle and Manufacturing Holdings Incorporated, together with its subsidiaries, designs, engineers, and manufactures driveline and metal forming products in the United States, Mexico, South America, China, also in Asian countries, also in Europe. This is a #1 rated company, rated by one of my favorite websites by the name of Zacks.com. Now, basically what this company does is they engineer and design products to be used for EV vehicles and also hybrid vehicles. Once again, this is a #1 rated stock by Zacks.com. And next year's expected EPS, which stands for earnings per share, is coming in at over 1100%. That's what they are expecting. Where is it? Right here. Let me show it to you. EPS expected for next year. Earnings per share is expected to rise 1100%. Now, for those that don't know what that is all about, let that sink in. The earnings per share that this company is expecting for next year is to be higher by over 1100%. When that EPS goes up, guess what? Stock price is not usually far behind. It's going up as well. Now, what I like about this is that ever since near the end of September of last year, this stock price has been slowly rising. Also, the volume in this company's shares traded, bought and sold, has also been rising. So I'm looking, the average volume of shares bought and sold in this company is 1.88 million shares per day. But on Friday, this company traded over 2.2 million shares, which is higher than average. So once again, it's a #1 rated company. And this formation is an upward wedge pattern, a rising wedge pattern. And right here on this date in January, which is the 7th of January, you see this big green candle. A lot of buying pressure. Price gapped up higher, and like what's normal, it normally sells off. Once it starts to form a base right around this $8.90 mark, the price has been rising ever since the end of January and has now, as of Friday, broken out of that rising wedge pattern, which normally is a bullish move. And with the stock price being only $10.34 per share, and I know you guys like the sound of that because everybody wants to kind of get stuff on a cheap price. This is one right here for you, a #1 rated stock by the name of American Axle and Manufacturing Holdings Incorporated, just breaking out of this formation on a higher than normal volume. Now, for those that don't quite know what that means, now I'm going to break this down as technically and as carefully as possible. It's going up. The price right now is $10.34 a share, and I guarantee you a year from now it ain't gonna be $10 and nothing per share. So right now is your chance. Right now is my chance to take advantage of it because it's going higher. So check it out. Put this on your watch list. The company's name is American Axle and Manufacturing Holdings Incorporated, ticker symbol AXL. Check them out. Now, before we get to the second banger on the list that deserves your attention, like I always say, I am not a stock expert, nor do I play one on YouTube. So anything that you hear on this channel or any other channel, make sure that you do your own due diligence and your own research. Banger number 2 goes by the name of Star Bulk Carriers Corporation, ticker symbol SBLK. Now I got some notes on Star Bulk Carriers Corporation. It's a shipping company that's based out of Greece, a shipping company. Now this company owns 116 shipping vessels capable of moving approximately 13 million tons. Now, being that we're trying to get over this pandemic that we in, numbers are slowly going down. So stocks like Star Bulk Carriers, which is a shipping company, have been suffering during the pandemic because companies are not shipping the same amount of products in a pandemic that they normally ship during regular times. So being that we're kind of coming down off of this pandemic thing that we're going through, it's been about a year and some change, almost getting near a year. So slowly but surely the economy is about to start getting back to normal. So once again, this is another #1 rated stock, rated by Zacks.com. The price now is only $11.73 per share. So what better place to invest in a company that's about to grow earnings than a #1 rated stock? Now, if you'll look right here, I bring your attention to this section right here on my favorite website by the name of finviz.com. The EPS, the earnings per share, next year, another one. This also is expecting an earnings per share rise of over 1,100% compared to what it was the year before. Next year, they're expecting 1,100% plus. So the EPS for next year is going to grow by 1,100%. And I like what I see. If you look at the bottom right here, you see these big green volume spikes right here on this date at the beginning of February. Big money. They've given you the signal that I always look for, that big, huge volume and buying influx. They're telling you one thing. And when big money tells you one thing, it's to your advantage and my advantage that we listen. That big volume, influx of volume right here is telling you one thing, and that one thing is, it's going up. The price is going up. Right now it's trading at $11.73 per share, but it's trading on a higher than normal volume. The average volume is 947,000 per day, but on Friday it traded over 1 million, almost 1.1 million shares per day. And with that big green influx of volume, that heads up, that tip, that signal that the hedge funds and the millionaire and the billionaire investors are telling you is that this price is going higher. So I think it's to your advantage and also my advantage that we put this on our watch list. That's the second banger. Got one more banger. The last banger I'm sure y'all heard of. The last banger goes by the name of Zoom Video Communications Incorporated. Its ticker symbol is ZM. Now, right now, the price of Zoom is $419.59 per share. Now, I get it, man. I really do. I get it. Some of you guys and some of you ladies are probably looking, saying, I don't have no $419.59 to invest in Zoom Video. Is this dude crazy? Maybe so, depending on who you ask. But what I'm not crazy about is explaining to you how you can invest in Zoom Video by the use of option contracts. Now, option contracts work like this. An option contract, it gives you the right, but not the obligation, to control 100 shares of stock. Each option contract represents 100 shares of stock. So Zoom Video is recently breaking out of this downward pattern that it's in, and it popped up, had a real nice trading day on also higher than average volume. The average volume for Zoom Video is 7.67 million shares per day on an average day. But on Friday, Zoom Video traded 9.7 million shares, and also is clearly breaking out of this downward pattern. Now, Zoom Video, they were one of the ones who came out like a fat rat, is the best way to put it, during the pandemic, because a lot of people were forced to start working from home. Now, Zoom Video is the first communication platform that really exploded during the pandemic. World famously known for their video conferences. Now, once again, it's breaking above this downward trend line. This downward trend line that started back in October, and Zoom has been steadily going down, but on Friday, it gave you this confirmation candle, this big, beautiful green candle on high volume, and it's letting you know one thing and one thing only. It's going up. The price is going up. Now, once again, I get it. This is a $419 stock. But let me take you to Yahoo Finance, and I'm going to show you how much you can possibly get invested in Zoom Video. It won't cost you $419. Now, these option contracts have expiration dates. So you want to give an option contract time to work. It may be a little bit more expensive based on your expiration date. The further your expiration date is from today's date, the more expensive it is. Because with options, you're paying basically for time. And with this right here, you want to make sure that you give that move time to happen. It's breaking out, it's going higher, but you don't want to rush it, man. You can't rush it. You got to take your time on it. So a way to get invested in Zoom Video for a cheaper price, I would suggest to you, if your account is approved for options, that I would suggest to you to look at the March 19th expiration date for the 700 call option for Zoom Video. Once again, March 19th, expiration date, 700 call option contract for Zoom Video. You can get invested in this for as little as $227 per contract is what the last contract traded for. Now, just to give you an idea of what these contracts can be worth, this is what I recommend: the 700 contract for March on Zoom Video, trading around $227, just to give you an idea of what this could be worth as this thing skyrockets higher like I expect it to do. If it gets near these prices, this is an average of what you can expect. That 227 contract could be worth as much as $390. If it goes up higher, it could be worth as much as $600. And if it gets way up in this range, in other words, if this stock makes a big move beyond the big move that it already made on Friday, these contracts that are going for $220 some odd now could be worth anywhere from $300 on up to $3,000 on Zoom video. So I recommend the March 19th 700 call option contract for Zoom video. And as we know, or as we may not know, call contracts are what we buy when we expect the price of the stock to go higher. Put contracts are what we buy when we expect the price to go lower. So I would recommend this 700 call contract that expires the 19th of March. Now I'm going to show you a cheaper way if you feeling a little bit risky. You can also look at the February 19th contracts. I would recommend the 500 call. So you want to bring it closer, 500 call, because we're having a lot less time that we're dealing with. So the 500 call for February on Zoom, they're going for right around $275. Better yet, you can actually go with the 510 call for $215. That has good volume, and I expect this to go higher just like I do the March contract that I suggested. But to be safe, I would take the March contract. But to be honest with you, this February contract, the 510 or the 500 contract, has the most price appreciation potential. In other words, I expect these to be worth more, but keep in mind that they are riskier than the March. So to be safe, I will put you in the March contract suggested. But if you're feeling frisky, or if you're feeling risky, there you go. The February contract for Zoom video, the 500, or either the 510 call contract. That's it. Those are my 3 bangers that deserve your immediate attention. And if this is the first time that you come past this channel, once again, I thank you. And I ask that you hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and leave a brother a comment and let me know which one of these 3 bangers that you find interesting for yourself and your own investing. I'm the one known as the Stock Dude, and I'm gonna holler at ya later. Peace.